What's up, you guys? Marty here with Tony Brucco.
Hello there.
A good friend of mine. We do, you know, collaborate together and mutual respect. Guitar teacher,
Absolutely.
working musician, all that. You know, everything
Respect.
You know, the trials and tribulations that go with that. What we were just playing there was just a pretty little chord thing, and I just thought of it because Tony has been working on a solo album. Sounds amazing. In fact, we'll put a link for his MySpace page up there so you can check out some of his original music. And we're friends, and you know, he was kind enough to invite me to play.
And you were kind enough to play.
Of course. So so we I got to record some guitar stuff on his record. Now we just took a little piece of one of his songs because I was thinking of the thought process that I had to try and write a part with what he was already doing, or like an alternate chord voicing kind of thing.
Right.
So Tony was playing 3 chords.
E minor.
E minor.
F sharp.
Yeah, I mean, we could call that. I was thinking of it as a D chord with an F sharp in the bass.
A D.
Yeah,
D
I mean,
with
you
F
could,
sharp on the bass.
Yeah, you could play a full D chord with the, you know, it's serving as basically a, yeah, it's like a D chord with the thumb wrapped around the 2nd fret, or like Tony was playing it,
here, yeah.
which I believe actually that chord is in Horse with No Name. Yeah.
Sure.
Which is a great beginner song. So it's the fancy chord like that, and then your 3rd chord
is a G.
Is a G chord, and you know, Tony's an advanced player, so he likes to
add a few notes here and there,
different colors and things. But basically, he was playing an E minor. We could get real simple and just say E minor, D, and G, just to be simple.
Yeah.
He's embellishing, but so what I was thinking was, okay, what can I do to complement that as opposed to just playing the same thing? It doesn't need to happen twice.
Not at all.
It doesn't need to happen with 2 guitars. So one of the most basic concepts that you could use is the Triad Approach, and I've got a bunch of Triad shape lessons going on the site. And so basically what I did was we took the 1st chord, which is E minor, and what I did was I took a basic D minor shape, which is ring finger on the 3rd fret of the B, 1st finger on the 1st fret of the high E, and then middle finger on the
You see him?
Yeah,
see how
I'm cheeky. Middle finger on the 2nd fret of the G string. So that's a D minor chord.
Sure.
But if I scoot it up a whole step and I just play the notes that my fingers are on, now it's an E minor triad. So I played that chord while he played that one. Yeah, let's just count off one time and let them ring out.
3, 4.
Wow! It's magic!
Amazing.
So that's the 1st chord, and I played that, and he played that, and it's got a, now we're in different ranges. And do you have a term for that? I mean, what do you call that?
Comping, really.
Yeah, comping.
Yeah.
A different voicing.
Doing a different voicing for the same chord, or something that comping, meaning complementing the chord that I'm doing, is what he's doing.
Oh yeah, complementing. I like that. That's nice. So another thing is when you get into the individual chords, like for instance, since this is now become an E minor triad, I can also kind of, and this comes later, but I can visualize, oh, the open high E string is in there. So maybe I could do something like, where I hammer that, and then you start writing parts.
Play with it.
Yeah, like.
It's always good to woodshed ideas, because ultimately when you're making a part, you're creating something. And so, trying different things and seeing what you like, and then ultimately deciding on what to do is you creating a part.
Yeah.
And so creation is a huge part.
Yeah, but we don't teach creationism at Guitar Jams.
Yeah, well.
We teach guitar-volution.
Guitar-volution. That's the way to go. It's not creation.
Okay, so let's play just...
I like it.
Yeah, thanks.
You're a funny guy.
I'm gonna...
Real funny guy.
Funny how? What do you mean?
Like clown.
I don't know. The stories you tell. So if you played, I'm just pretending that he's basically playing a D chord, but you can play the way you were playing it.
Okay,
So yeah, so that, right? So if I'm right here in this little triad, I could just go down to a regular D chord. But also, I could take this D major bar chord with the root on the 5th fret of the A string, G, C, D, A. So I could do this A major shape looking bar chord right here. But to play it as a triad, I could take my first finger. Triad means just 3 notes of it.
Yep.
So I'd take my first finger, put on the 5th fret of the high E, like that. And then I'm going to use, it'll be easiest for people to use their pinky. I'm going to use my pinky on the 7th fret of the B string. And then I'm going to use my ring finger on the 7th fret of the G string. And that's just the top, meaning the highest notes of this bar chord. So I'm going to play that as my D major triad. So you play that chord, we'll let it ring out, and I'll play this one.
Okay, 3.
It's got a nice complement. Yeah, they complement each other. So now let's take the first 2 chords.
Okay.
3, 4. It's nice, right?
It's very nice.
The other thing, as you know, where I was, he's doing primary guitar, which is, the predominant guitar, and I'm doing more of the
or first or second
guitar. Yeah. So I'm kind of like, I'm basing my ideas around the part already.
Embellishing.
Embellishing off of what he wrote a song. He said, "Here's how it goes," and I'm like, "Well, what can I do to just add those little sprinklings?"
That's right, yeah.
And so another thing as a guitar player in my role would be also like maybe finding a little effect or something.
Sure.
Just depending on if it fits the song or not.
Sure.
I could try like a vibrato. Like
different tones.
Wah wah pedal. Different amps, different things like that. And then now you're going into a whole nother zone.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, let's do the last chord.
Okay.
A basic G major chord. Yep. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my D major shape here, the bass, one of the first chords you learn, a D major, and I'm going to just count up basically the musical alphabet till I land at G. So I have a D chord here, move it up a whole step, and it's become an E major triad. Move it up a half step, because E to F is always a half step. F is a half step. Then I move it up a whole step, and it becomes a G chord. Great G chord right there. Let's just let those ring out.
Okay. 3, 4.
Yeah. Well,
I've added. No, here, let me just
No, it's good.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you had an open E in there?
No, I'm adding.
Oh, you're adding the major 7.
It's basically a G major.
G major 7.
Is what it is.
Yeah. Well, I'm just playing a major triad, so
Which
it's gonna work no matter what. But then the other, so those are the 3 chords. I just play this D major looking shape, and then once again, there's tricks that you might use in a D chord, like.
Play around with it.
Yeah.
Use your ears to find your way around and figure out something nice that works. Don't be afraid to try stuff.
Absolutely. Adventurous.
Always
Adventure. Okay, so now let's just play that pattern like 4 times in a row, the 3 chords 4 times in a row, something like that.
So
Go for
3,
it.
4.
Maybe I go to a thicker chord. The more knowledge you have of those triads, you can get, switch them around too. I mean, I could do that as the first one. The next one, the more knowledge you have of that, so I'm not going to teach all that right now, but the more knowledge you have of that, the more you have incredible options.
And that comes along with trying the different things. And when you try different things and you hear them sounding good, pay attention and keep those ideas, so that you can embellish them later. It's important to pay attention to what you're doing when you're woodshedding, if you will. Woodshedding meaning trying different things on top of another progression, or you can woodshed to begin your writing process from scratch as well. Just playing stuff. Oh, that sounds good. I'm going to remember that, you know, and that's knowledge.
Dude, I dig it.
Yeah.
I dig it, man. Good job.
Absolutely.
I'm not needed.
Sure you are. What is,
no, it's all. No, I know. It's all. I know I'm needed.
See, look. You're needed. I'm needing you.
You're needing me. All right. All right. So, yeah. Okay. Anyway, guitarjams.com. Tony Brucco.
Thanks, you guys.
Marty
nice
Schwartz.
to see you again.
Yeah. We'll see you later.
Bye-bye.
That was cool, man.